When we arrived at the school, we were basically shown where to bunk. We were waiting on a number of other potential new snipers to come in from different companies in our brigade, and of course they were all over the Central Highlands. So it took about a week for everybody to get there to get the school started. The school was a 3-week program, and the program started out with giving each individual sniper a customized M14, better known as an XM21. The weapons platforms were supplied with a telescope, a daytime scope, as well as a nighttime scope. So the daytime scope was the ART, or Auto Ranging Telescope, which is what it was known as at the time, and that was basically a 3.9 power red field scope that was customized with a dial that would basically automatically range your target as you turn the dial. And the idea behind that was that once you had your target sighted, you could basically turn that dial and frame them and fire. So consequently, that action was termed aim, frame, and fire. So the idea behind that was to be able to quickly acquire a target and take your target out. And the ART scope did a beautiful job. I'll show you a couple of pictures that will give you an idea of what that platform looked like. And this again is on an M14 or XM21 with a scope, and you'll clearly see the dial on the scope as well. Try to get that to where you can see it a little bit, but you can see that the scope has a dial just forward of the eyepiece. I'll show another photograph that shows one of our guys in training using this and actually dialing it to frame the target that we had downrange at the school. Here's kind of an idea behind that. You can kind of see how that worked. So our instructors basically gave us a 3-week school. First week is just getting kind of acclimated to the XM21 platform. Shooting iron sights initially just to see how good you were at distance with iron sights. And then we actually got to top it with the ART scope. And here's a picture of one of our instructors actually on my gun that he was setting up, and you'll notice that it also had a cheek piece, a nice leather cheek piece built into it that helped with sighting on the gun. There were some other things that were to be taken into consideration. It wasn't just the scope that made this all possible, but the gun was dialed in with specific match grade ammunition and was then dialed in for that scope to be as effective as could be. We were pretty lucky to be able to have that. Again, this was back in 1971 in Vietnam, still pretty early on in the scheme of things as far as the type of scopes that were available to snipers in the day. I recently purchased from Hi-Lux Optics the new Leatherwood M1000 Pro scope, and really anxious to take that out to the range, get her set up, and do some long distance shooting.